Hey guys, just making this video today to show you how you can track the job changes of your ICP leads within clay.com. As you can see here, I've got a range of marketing directors, heads of marketing at software companies in the USA. All these companies are between 10 to 1,000 people, and we just want to make sure or keep track in the background if any of these heads of marketing or marketing directors leave and go to a new company. Clay will be able to pick that up. So all we've got to do here is come into here, search for job changes, bang, and then here we've got some options. We could import a CSV, import straight from our CRM, but in this case I'm going to use an existing Clay table as we've just created that there. Here we don't have any funny views or filtered views, so we can just run off this one. It automatically maps our LinkedIn profile, and here we are able to click next, and we are going to check back in the past 3 months. Right now this first run is going to be looking back in the past, but then once we've set this, it's going to automatically run every 3 months and check for any job changes. So yeah, here we can pick the frequency. In this case, I'm going to go for quarterly. Then once again, we can click next. This is just previewing what we're going to get. Here we can add any enrichment we want to add, but we could also do that once these changes are imported into the table with a lot more flexibility. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to click save, and this is going to import all of the job changes that happened in the past month or past 3 months rather, for all of those ICP leads that I showed you in the first table. So as you can see here, this is populating. Lovely. We do get the start date that they changed. Clay hasn't got this 100% correct, so they do still produce some companies that, some job changes that happened longer than 3 months ago, but they're clearly aware of this as they added in this checkbox. Checks whether they started in the past 3 months or not. So I suppose if we want to filter that to just being ICP people, we're going to go, or let's retitle it to recent change, bang, and then we would get the checkbox is checked, and here we go. We've only got the relevant ones here. So all we need to do now is come into here. We're going to search for work email. There we go. In this case, we can come to full configuration and we can remove any providers that we don't want to use. If you've got API keys here, obviously let's keep those in. Save our Clay credits for other more exciting things than email finding. There we go. Put our ICPs and cheaper providers up to the top. We'll remove that. And then from here, we've got their new company domain, which is pretty much the company they are working at now. So obviously this is what we'd want rather than their old company domain, because they're not working there anymore. So I'm going to switch to zero bounce because that's the one I like to use. If you're using zero bounce, make sure that this one is switched on. And then here we can go only run if, yeah, check, bang. Okay, let's just find the right checkbox. There we go. 3 months, bang. Only run if started roll in the last 3 months is checked. Save, and then here we go. As you can see, the waterfall is in action. We found it in Prospeo, then it's going to get validated by zero bounce, as you can see here. Well, pretty successful with Prospeo this time. But then in this case, for example, where it couldn't find an email, it goes straight into ICPs. And ICPs in Prospeo are doing pretty damn well so far. They've missed one. Off to lead magic we go. That's just the concept of a email waterfall. I'm sure you've seen that before. So yeah, now for example, we've got their new job title, we've got their new company, we've got all of this valuable information here. Yeah, and in this case, for example, this would be the perfect sort of campaign to outreach saying, hey, congratulations on your new job as CTO. I'm sure you're struggling with pain point XYZ, right? Just trying to catch the pain point while it's hot, while they're really feeling it in their new role, and offer your solution to that, to make their life a lot easier. The last thing we've got to do here is enter into Salesforce, or enter these leads into Salesforce. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to search Salesforce correctly, and then we're going to click add lead to existing sequence. I've already hooked up my Salesforce API key here. If you haven't done that, all you need to do is come to here, name it, and then you're going to go into your Salesforce account, into settings, get the API key, and then you're going to paste that here. Click save, click test account and save. Job done. Nice and linked up. Then click your workspace, pick your sequence, and then we are going to be grateful to Clay because they've already mapped all of these relevant columns. If you've got custom variables in other columns, you're going to have to manually map those there. And then yeah, we can click only run if all verified email or email is not empty. just so we don't get any error codes on our send to Salesforce column. Beautiful. And then final thing here, click save, click run, and then you're going to get a load of green checks that confirms that those leads have been pushed into Salesforce. So yeah, that is how you track for job changes, and this will automatically reset or refresh at the time interval that you selected. You go quarterly, monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, daily. So yeah, this has a lot of flexibility there and can be very useful to track your product champions and anyone who is sort of your super duper ICP. It costs 1 credit per job change. So yeah, that's that. Hope it was helpful. Cheers, guys.